So what's up you guys, man, NBA fan crazy here. It's been weird saying the name. What's up guys, man, NBA fan crazy here. So I came here to this video with one clear purpose, to address this bubble. I have been under stress long enough. I've been waiting, I've been watching, and I'm pretty sure you have too. So for those who have been waiting for me, I'm not so sure who, but someone either way, whoever around the world, either way, I don't care what your name is. If you are, just tell them. But either way, one of you have. I'm making the video again. So I came here to address this. Players who getting diagnosed with corona, some breaking quarantine rules, looking at you, Bruno Caboclo, Rishon Holmes, for example. And Russell Westbrook here. Russell Westbrook here has tested positive for the COVID 19 virus. Now we look at this and we wonder why players sit down the restart. They are sitting down fully healthy, while those players can help their teams, at least make a significant impact on the teams, at least just make the playoffs. You look at three players come to my mind here. Two from the Wizards, one from the Trailblazers, and at this point, all of y'all know who it is. I'm talking about Trevor Ariza. I'm not saying Trevor Ariza had to visit his son, so no argument against that. You get the feeling he could have held the Trailblazers on one thing, though. I'm just saying that there is no complete respect to Ariza's decision, but you feel like players who are healthy. Trevor Ariza might be the only exception here, because he really he and his ex-wife. If I hope I'm getting that right, for custody matters. So he's visiting his son. Visitation rights usually happen in the off season, but now his wife, ex-wife, my belief, it decided on the thing. So he chose his visiting his son over the NBA. I frankly don't care. I frankly respect his decision. While you look into the surface, you feel like he could have helped the Trailblazers, mostly on the perimeter D. Or you look at a player like Davis Bertans sitting out healthy, so that they could earn the money. Like, I get it, I completely respect it, but this just saying players who could have helped certain teams. It's not. I'm not talking about personal decisions. Some of those included healthy players who have done something that I completely respect. It's their careers and everything. But you wonder they could have helped the teams. Davis Bertans, a 3-point specialist who could have won the 3-point contest. I wanted him to win, so that people know who this Bertans guy is. Like, if you look at this underdog story, no, Bertans wasn't that underdog story. We are most Spurs fans, maybe the fan who watches so much the NBA knows who Bertans is, but you know that he's been having a very good year in terms of who he's been letting it fly from the 25 to 30 foot range. He isn't. No one is connected on it more, except than Damian Lillard than Davis Bertans, my belief. I mean, you look at a guy like Bradley Beal, the Wizards' leading scorer, second only the scoring machine, wizardry magician with the ball, James Harden. Yes, I'm calling him that because he's frankly shown a lot of scoring tricks. He's shown me every play in the book of maestro, a scorer, a flat out baller. Maybe not on the defense, on the offensive side. Bradley Beal he got the second leading scorer in the NBA, didn't make an all-star team, and it was mostly factored in due to team success. Well, if you haven't noticed, the Bradley Beal's been carrying the Wizards. No disrespect to others, but Davis Bertans, Rui Hachimura, Troy Brown Jr., Shabazz Napier, who only came around, Ish Smith, but Bradley Beal's the driving engine. So my belief, he should have made the All-Star team, but I won't tell over who, because I don't want to be, because those players deserved it too. But Bradley Beal looked like a part of a guy who should have made the All-Star team. You wonder why? team success. So you look at them, he could have probably helped that Wizards lock in a spot because of the way the Nets have already you look at the whole roster, 7 players have already who are not playing. Who's there in that roster? I get it. I respect his decision, but look at it. He was certainly a player who could have helped the Wizards clinch it. Now it seems more likely. But once he went out, my belief, him and Bertans went out. So did the Wizards' hopes. They are the two best players. You have no one other than on the team who can create from scratch offense. Like Bradley Beal was that one player. Bertans who could function well with the off the ball. So now you wonder who. So I came to this video with one clear intention. I'm gonna be making videos on COVID positive reaction videos. Now I hope it ends here, but the way it's going, my feeling is it might increase. I hope this is the last one, but many people know this might not be. I hope all your families, whoever's watching this, hope all your families, your relatives, everyone's safe, and I hope y'all are taking care of yourself because this is a very dangerous time in the world. You could literally contract the virus. You don't take care of it, you might die. You don't want to lose your life now. So I'm going to be doing videos on players who can really change things up in the terms of who can win the championship. And when it comes to my Houston Rockets, I'm probably that. I've shitted on them in the past, but I've learned to appreciate what I've got now. And though the Rockets might not have a traditional center, the way it was going, Russell Westbrook was the driving engine of the micro ball system that they committed to in the in the in the trade deadline by trading for Robert Covington. You look at this, they may not be the best 3-point shooting team, but the threat of the spacing allows Westbrook to just drive in. He's destroyed the various guys who come his way. Though the Rockets were struggling to the hiatus, you wonder what a team of the potential can do. Possibly the third best team in the West, though the record may not reflect that. But in terms of who has the highest upside in the West, the Houston Rockets are the third. They are the third. In upsides of all the teams, Houston Rockets are the third best team in the West, in my mind. You could say Denver's the most, but if everything's going well for Denver, but I wouldn't say the upside is as high as Houston because Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic might be better than James Harden. He is better than James Harden. But Russell Westbrook's way better than Jamal Murray. And no criticism to Jamal Murray, but you feel like the guy is mostly only a scorer, so you don't know. But Westbrook's, he's the driving force. He's reverse engineered the team to what you feel like the success point, because this clearly was to make sure that Westbrook's efficiency numbers increase. So you feel a guy like him could really change the dynamic of things in the West, because in terms of who you feel can really change things in the whole NBA, a player in the caliber of Russell Westbrook certainly won. So I must just come out here for this clear purpose because he can really change things in the whole wide NBA, okay? And I'm not joking. So when I feel like Westbrook's something, he's really something. And this is no kidding. So we might just be going down through this article now. So he's tested positive before that, so now he is in quarantine mode. I really feel bad for Rockets fans because knowing the way the team was going, Westbrook was the engine of the team. So I really feel bad for Rockets fans who feel like they've been screwed. Hope Westbrook's safe. Hope your team does well. But the point of this article is to get to what it is. So Westbrook's tweet here: I tested positive for COVID-19 prior to my team's departure to Orlando. I'm currently feeling well quarantined, looking forward to rejoining my team when I'm cleared. Thank you for all the well wishes and continued support. Please take this virus seriously. Be safe, mask up. Hashtag why not? This is a serious statement and something a player like Westbrook's caliber testing positive could really change the dynamic of things in the NBA. Suppose I hope he's safe, but suppose he weren't to suit up which an aggressive player like him too. He needs to prioritize his health first. Okay? Because you look at it his way, I get it. I get everything. Okay? But even a player like Westbrook, I feel like he might prioritize his health, but I might believe he'll come back, he'll ball out for the Rockets, man. I'm not determined on telling where the Rockets will finish. It's up to this restart to decide. The way the Rockets play, they look like a kind of team who can tire out other teams because you just have to chase them around so much. But the thing is, everyone has fast legs. But the way the Rockets play, you feel like they'll tire you out. But now this is a certain disadvantage. This is a certain disadvantage. Everyone's having fresh legs, not just the Rockets. And they rely on speed shooting. They're not the best shooting team, so that's a huge downside to what their systems are on the 3-point shot, micro ball, modi ball, whatever the hell you want to call it. So yeah, sorry guys. So Westbrook, they all did not travel to Orlando. I didn't wonder. So post it in the comment section. I don't follow the Rockets a lot. Y'all know why James Harden didn't travel to Orlando? Just asking. So various teams are having people who sit out. Various teams are having players test positive. Players who can make an impact, but not to a level like this guy can. Maybe even Nikola Jokic, for example. Main player on the team. Main player. But Westbrook, I'm gonna get to the Jokic article next. That's long outdated. This one came recently, so that's why I'm doing it now. Maybe I'll get to the point of a Jokic article later, but I might not do it in the form of an article because that's long gone. Because it'll be like 2-3 weeks gone now. I'll analyze why it might, but he's recovered, so I'm doing positives now. So so he hopes that Luke Bahamute also signed the Rockets. Wow. They have to players have to quarantine the rooms for 44 hours after the arrival before practicing with the Rockets. The three players, the Harden, Westbrook, and Bahamute, Luke Richard, and Bahamute. The Rockets also without forward Bruno Caboclo, who inadvertently broke the initial quarantine period, man. Like, I don't get this. Bruno Caboclo and Rashawn Holmes already brought out in the earlier part of the video why, but I didn't know about it, but just saying. Just to throw it out of the window. Why? There must be some reasoning, but you didn't have to do that. You feel like you didn't have to do that. But the main point of this article was Westbrook. I hope Russell Westbrook safe. I hope the Rockets fans get Westbrook back because he is now, based on the way this team is going, the main engine of the team. Because the way he plays the driving success, he is probably the only guy who can do what he's doing right now. In the way his athleticism, ability to drive, fearless ability. You can see De'Aaron Fox as a guy who can come close. He hasn't had the experience of Westbrook, nor is he a guy who is as good as Westbrook. So a player of his caliber should certainly shift things up in the NBA landscape. Okay, so that's just to cap it off, guys. I hope y'all are really safe because if a player like Westbrook can say you have to stay safe, you have to stay safe. The guy is very aggressive by nature, but if a guy like that tells you to man up, you really have to man up. Basically, it could be everyone. But the way this guy plays, this guy is not afraid. Though he might also have been taking precautions. So he takes everything head on in the court. But because these guys are saying stuff like this, okay, man, what a rough time it is. There are some things to look forward to, but some things also to be cautious towards. So I'm ending this video on a Not so good note because of what this guy can do on the court. And I hope everyone's safe out there. So peace out and see you all. Bye.